Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Tuesday to you all. We are getting back into something that I should have done yesterday, but just ran out of time to. The Future is Ours Lost EP from the gentleman over at AB6IX. Said I was going to listen to it if I had the time to. And I was going to try and get around to it. But I ended up getting on like a 3-hour Skype call with my parents last night. Nothing major happened, it just kind of was one of those where it's like we don't really check in all that often, as I live an ocean away now. It just kind of one conversation led to another and ended up being 3 hours long. So apologies for that, but we have 4 songs to check out. Of course, we checked out the title track Loser yesterday. Very much enjoyed that. So we're going to check out the 4 other songs on it. So we've got Blaze, we've got Reality, we've got Eden, and then we've got Sucker for Your Love Part 2. So, take a sip of me water real quick. If you're new around here when it comes to album listens and things like that, whatever we're listening to is going to be chapter bait in the timeline below, if it survives content ID. Now, I haven't really worked with brand new music and an album off of their group, or at least knowingly worked with an album from their company and their groups. So we will see. There are some companies that just are really good with content ID checks. There are some that are very strict, and there are some that are very 50-50. So we'll see. But let's get started with track number 1, Blaze. I've got my album credits on the side here. I'll be reading them off for every single song. Lyrics, composition, and arrangement by Lish Beats and Oo. Okay, here we go. This is also my first AB6 like proper album that I'm listening to, end to end. Very excited for that.
Living my life, 모든 순간 타올라난 끝을 모르고 있어. 난 wat지 않나 미지근하고 지루한 삶 천천히 반짝이는 저 별빛들보다 폭발하는 불꽃이 좋아. 상상을 하셔도 나는 상관없어. 빠르게 빛나고 싶어 짧은 찰나를 꿈에도.
I like that kind of like cyberpunky synth in the background, very subtle. Wall riser. Oh, this is an energetic song. Okay, hold on. I love that they're keeping that acoustic kind of piano. I know it's a keyboard, but having that just one element of like kind of acoustic throughout all this digital is so cool. It's a nice touch. I'm loving the contrast we're getting. This pre-chorus is so cool. It's got the longest riser I've heard in a long time. On the way they take it down for the bridge. Again, with the super long riser. Yep. little bit of a run to finish the song. Okay. Yo, Blaze really gets the album going, doesn't it? Oh. It's an extremely energetic song, and if you know what to look out for, you can kind of piece together that it's going to be an energetic song from the get-go, and I kind of like that. The thing is, when it comes to AB6, there are certain times where I'll listen to an AB6 song and I won't be able to predict what happens. And AB6 are kind of really good at doing just enough to kind of throw you off their scent, kind of. At least for me. And I love that about this group, as it really keeps me on my toes. But I also really like it when they do a very straightforward and easy to predict B-side. Like, it kind of reminds me of... Oh, shoot. What was the song they performed at K-Pop Flex last year? Again, this is my memory failing me right now, but... Actually, you know what? We're on Spotify, I can cheat, right? Maybe 6. What? It was from the Mo Complete album. Do You Remember? It must have been Do You Remember. But... I love a B-side that's easily predictable because you can vibe along to it. But I just love the energy behind Blaze because it's... That pre-chorus is just so well written. That riser is so long, and the buildup of energy takes so long, and there's so much energy backed up into it that it almost feels like it's... You know how when you're like blowing up a balloon and you reach that point where you don't know how much more air you can put into it before it just bursts and gives way? That pre-chorus gives me that feeling. There's so much energy that's being built up behind that you don't really know when it's going to explode. And it feels like it's gone past the point of no return. And I love that, because the chorus itself is very energetic. And it's just, oh. It gives me the tingly sensation listening to it. It's a very good time. I'm going to skip Loser because we've listened to it. Of course, we've watched the MV for. We've listened to the song, very much enjoyed it. That bridge on Loser is... That bridge into the dance break, into the final chorus on Loser. Spectacularo. So we'll move on to Reality. Lyrics by Isuran MLC. Composed by Eartech. ENIAC MLC. Arrangement by Eartech and ENIAC. I'll actually go back to this one. Got flies in my house now. Apologies for that. Again, we got a really nice beat. Oh, a little bit of a funk element in the background. Very subtle harmony. Break it down for Fusion, okay. Oh my god. Okay, oh yeah. I'm loving the 80s synth pop elements.
놀라운 heart attack. I'm falling in love. 현실인 걸 너라는 짜릿함. 널 향해 손을 뻗어본 그 순간 사라지지가 않아 why 마치 다신 없을 기적 같아. Yeah.
I'm listening to AB6, damn it. Oh. God, they really know how to write a pre-chorus.
들리니
Now 홀린 듯 너만 real slow 고장나버린 hit flow 감춰보려고 애를 써도
I can't believe you knocked me out.
Throwing in 3 measures of a breakdown rap verse in the pre-chorus is such an interesting composition idea.
Girl, you're my reality I can't believe you knocked me out 눈을 뗄 수 없는 girl I can't believe you knocked me out
현실이 되준 you're my girl I can't believe you knocked me out 상상의 아야 점점 다가와
Very atmospheric bridge.
가까워져 Can't believe you knocked me Baby knock me out 이제 상상 속이
I'll flex the high vocals one time.
Can't believe you knocked me out
Girl, you're my reality
My reality
Can't believe you knocked me out 눈을 뗄 수 없는 girl I can't believe you knocked me out
현실이 되준 you're my girl Can't believe you knocked me out
Again, ending it on the little vocal run one time? Jeez. Okay. Shoot, this is gonna be really hard to choose a favorite B-side from this album. Oh my goodness. Wow. Reality, though, is such a vibe. Like, I know this is very, very much a biased opinion because I am a sucker for a synth pop song. And like, here's the thing. Retro synth pop is a very broad genre of music. You can have like your typical like high octane 80s synth pop songs or synth pop bass songs like your, Purple Kiss's Autopilot or Key's Killer. You can have even songs like Triple S's New Look that's maybe only taking certain influences from it. Then of course you have the city pop route, which is also very much a retro synth heavy genre. But reality has kind of taken that into almost like a funk direction. Not funky, like really interesting sounding, but an actual like funk type of genre and direction. And I love it. Because it's not too upbeat. It's one of those that really just kind of gets your body moving along to it, but it's not a song that will exhaust you after one song of dancing along to it, if that makes sense. Oh. Again, the pre-choruses are so good. Every single song on this album so far, title track included, has had such well-written pre-choruses that the lead-in into the chorus has been so impactful and so effective and so clean. I'm just impressed, man. Oh man, we still have 2 more songs to go? Okay. Let's just friggin' send it then. Eden. Lyrics by Zeppi. Composed by Zeppi, Siu, and Mabi. Arrangement by Zeppi. Here we go. While I stay on the hunt for that damn fly.
Take a needle 형터라도 좋아 Love me like that 더 깊게 새겨줘
Hello? Okay.
질 수 없는 미소로
I hear you, slap bass.
친구기 될 거야 너와 나 둘만 있다면
어디든 다 좋아 Love you so much 너만
Oh, that little breathy final note.
한 땀이 맞춰 그려줘 너와 나의 꿈결 울려 퍼질 숨결
Come closer 내일은 없을 것처럼 알아줘라
I'm loving the little syncopation going on.
내 가슴 깊이 입 맞춰 새겨
Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. Little post-chorus thing going on now.
우리 기분과 전화긴 비행기 타고 구름 위
That is the
이게임이 불어닥치지
dirtiest
풀려버린
bassline.
슬립밴 너와 내 하이잭 멈추지마 터블런스 서버 속에 비춰진 미아처럼 닿겠지 어디든 whatever 날 보듬어줘 넘실 때는 떨림 위에 서핑보드 너의 joke 아무 말도 내겐 포획 웃음꽃 멈추지마 don't bring flower pot
Also, Wujin is floating on the flow here.
진심을 숨길 수가 없네 밀당은 의미 없는 card game 다 줄 수 있어 JQKA 행복해 그게 너라는 게
There's like an element of West Coast vibes in this. I like it though. This overly synthesized vocal part with the muted almost saxophone. Again with the syncopation, very tasteful. Nice head voice flip. Oh, this is a long song. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love the addition of the little talk box at the end. Oh, yes, that's so cool. Also, AB6IX bringing out an long song. This day and age, you are hard pressed to find a song over 4 minutes from any group. Almost 4 minutes and 20 seconds, 4:19. That is a long song in this day and age. And frankly, I'm not upset by it at all. I love the fact that this entire album is delivering vibe after vibe after vibe after vibe. And they're all packaged kind of differently, but none of it is overwhelmingly energetic. It's the kind of song that, it's the kind of album that I could put on while I'm cooking and not get distracted by it to the point where my knife actually stops like cutting food prep. But to where I can like sing and vibe along while I'm actually cooking. And I kind of like that. It's a very vibey song, very vibey album in general. I mean, don't get me wrong, Loser is plenty energetic, but it's not like extremely bright, like youthful pop, and it's not like extremely aggressive pop either. Kind of rides that fine line between it. I'm liking it. But we have one more song left to go. This is Sucker. Suck for Love Part 2, long Korean title. I guess the English title is just plain Sucker, but that's okay. Lyrics by Mr. Daehui, shout out. Composition, Mr. Daehui on lead, On the Road, and Chawon, arrangement by On the Road. And I see Daehui has lyric credits on the title track as well. So, here we go.
헤어지는 순간에도 나는 그 사람 얼굴이 떠올라 우리가 헤어지고 난 뒤에도
I love the fingerstyle electric guitar. Nice touch. Very vibey.
나도 이러고 싶진 않은데 이러면 안 되는 걸 잘 아는데 마음이 그렇게 안 되는 게 너무 아파 미안해
I don't want to make the comment yet.
너를 사랑하지 않아 더 이상 너를
Glad I didn't. I was gonna make my usual ballad comment that the final song on an album is usually a ballad, but it didn't feel like one. It is vibey as hell though. Might be the most vibey song on the album.
우린 평생 행복할 줄만 알았어 주변 친구들 연락도 다 끊었고 너에게만 내 모든 걸 올인했어 yeah. 근데 점점 지치던 중 다른 여자가 자꾸 밟히는 눈 지금 이 순간에도 너와 그녀가 살짝 겹쳐 보이는 중
Holy flow. I love the kind of like accenting of it. The cadence is really nice. A little bit of growl in there. Oh, there are some spicy chords in there.
I'm a sucker for your love. I'm a sucker for your love. 이제서야 난 깨달아 난 너를 사랑하지 않아. 솔직하게 말하면 네가 상처받을 걸 알아서 자세한 이유 묻지 마. 이게 널 위한 거니까 우리가 헤어지는 순간.
I'll bring it back to this really light version. Oh, the spicy keys are such a nice touch. Yeah, this album is just vibey as all out. Like, genuinely, every single song is such a vibe. Sucker? Oh, I love the kind of lightness of it. There's plenty of bass on it, but just the overall sensation you get from listening to the song is so light. It's kind of like a float along with the wind type of vibe, and it's that, oh, it's the balance once the beat kicks in. It's got just enough energy to get you afloat, and that's it. Doesn't make you go doing like crazy acrobatic skills in the air. It's not too slow where it kind of like drops you back down to earth. It just once it gets enough lift, it's just there. It hovers. And the spicy keys that come in for the little instrumental break, where have those been all my life? Oh, there were some tasty keys in there. But man, is this album really good. Legitimately, I cannot pick a favorite B-side off of this album. Legitimately, this, like... Shit, let me find out real quick, because I can do that through the power of the internet. Genuinely a no-skip album for me. And I feel like it's been a hot minute since we've done a boy group album marathon like this. And well, if Google Drive decides to load anytime soon, I could tell you what is on the list of. I essentially want to go boy group album of the year. Okay. I reckon this could rank pretty highly. Legitimately, this could rank pretty highly on the list this year. Because it's just such a good time listening to this album. It doesn't really matter like what song it is. Any of these songs can pop up on my like Spotify shuffle and I wouldn't be mad at it. Because they're all such vibes in their own unique way. All of them pretty much don't feel overwhelmingly energetic, but it's like once you pick up on the vibe of the song, you're in it. You're completely exposed to it and you're just along for the journey. But you don't hate the journey. You love the journey. It's really nice. It's like when you're on an airplane, like you're going on a journey, you're on an airplane, and just every single part of the journey goes really smooth. Like the takeoff is really smooth, you don't hit any turbulence, you don't have any crying babies on board, the landing is really gentle, like buttery smooth landing. You get your luggage through the baggage claim without a problem. It's just really consistently smooth from start to finish, and I love it. It's so good. It's genuinely so good. I wish I would have gotten around to this yesterday when Loser was still fresh, but oh. But yeah, you could not pay me to pick a favorite B-side on this album because I genuinely could not choose. All of them are so good. But that is it from me today. Almost just over a year after I really got a proper experience of AB6, I've just absolutely fallen in love with this group. So it's been a good time. It's been a good time indeed. But hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did wherever this ended up. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I'll always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.